The numbers are in for the AEW Dynamite 5th anniversary, but there is nothing to celebrate as they continue to do their worst ratings in the 5th year of the company. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. Not good for Dynamite. This was a big show, or at least it was supposed to be a big show. It was supposed to be treated as a big anniversary type event. Supposed to pop a number, supposed to put on a big match card. We had a massive overrun as well, and to be honest, none of it delivered, and the rating is actually down on last week's show. Now, I get it, last week was AEW Grand Slam, so that was a pretty heavily promoted show as well, but still, the numbers here simply ain't good enough, and you feel like they are in trouble because AEW, they constantly put on these big shows, or at least shows as big as they can. Wasn't that long ago we had the 250th episode of Dynamite. Last week we had the Grand Slam thing. This week we've got the 5th year anniversary. So they continue to do these shows that they're labelling as big shows, big events, yet the numbers still continue to suck. It's been 25 weeks now, or 25 or 26 weeks since AEW last got over 800,000. And that was the show where they showed the CM Punk all-out footage. Even shows after that they've tried to heavily promote, they haven't even got close. They haven't even got close to 800. I'm beginning to think that AEW Dynamite will never hit 800 again. It's very possible. Anyway, we look at this week's rating. It's 680,000, so they couldn't, never mind 800k, they couldn't even get above 700k. And I remember, it wasn't that long ago, at the start of the year, if AEW Dynamite dipped under 800k, that would have been considered a really bad rating. But now it's like, it's almost like they've given up on 800k. Even this 680, it's not a good rating, let's not try and pretend that it is, but even 680,000, it just doesn't even seem that bad compared to what we've seen Dynamite do over the past 6 months. We're just used to this. This is kind of the number that we expect. We're actually a little bit surprised these days if Dynamite gets over 700k. Last week, they just about hit 700k. They did 702,000 for the special edition of Grand Slam. This week, obviously, they're 3% down on that, and they had to settle for 680,000. So, again, not a good number. If we look at the key demographic, last week they did a 0.23. This week they are 13% down on that, as they only did a 0.20. Now, some competition notes. Dynamite was number 7 on Programming Insider's list of top cable primetime originals for the day, ranked by the P18 to 49, behind the MLLB, Wildcard Games, Fox News telecasts, and MTV's The Challenge. So normally even Dynamite, they're bragging about being the number 1 show on Wednesday nights. This week they have to settle for being the number 7 show on Wednesday nights. And next week, when they go to Tuesday night, they're doing a special edition. I don't know why, but it's Dynamite Title Tuesday. Next week, the rating could be fucking awful. When you factor in that they're moving to a different night, people won't be expecting it. Some people won't catch on the fact that it's changing nights. And next week, honestly, could be one of the lowest ratings that we've seen in a very long time. I think the lowest rating they've ever done is 503,000. Could that be beaten next week? I mean, it's possible. It is very possible. But yeah, Dynamite's it's heading in the wrong direction. It's actually kind of sad how far this company has fallen in the past, even in the past like 6 months. At the start of the year, they were above, the start of the year they were doing like 800k, mid 800s. They did a show that almost did 900. But since then, they've got nowhere near that. And ever since the CM Punk show, they haven't got above 800. They've done more shows, way more shows. They've done way more shows under 700 than they have over 700. So, it goes to tell you, like, this is about the normal rating now for AEW. Ever since the CM Punk clip, that 680 would probably be higher than the average. So, yeah, Dynamite just not in a good place right now. And I don't know what Tony Khan's going to do to change that. Shane McMahon, is he the answer? We always hear Shane McMahon. I mean, Shane McMahon might come in. Shane McMahon would certainly get me interested in the show, at least for 1 week. But would they drop the ball? They probably would. I mean, you look at what we've seen this week on Dynamite. I was watching Ricochet and Ospreay, and it's like, that's just not wrestling. That is like two fruit. I mean, honestly, it's like two fruitcakes just doing ballerina style dancing. These flips, choreographed flips, head scissors into a vertical stand or whatever. Then some guys doing a flip, a head scissors takedown, or some sort of power bomb, and everyone's like, they're always landing on their feet, doing this wee choreographed spots where everyone lands perfect. Oh, flip, head take lockdown. Oh, flip on my feet, German suplex, flip on my feet, and it's like, what are they doing? And then they both do synchronized springboards off the ropes, and then do somersaults and land in the middle of the ring with their knees. And honestly, man, it was like watching some sort of lame Marvel movie or some sort of gay shit where it's just like so fucking fake. I mean, honestly, man, if you sat down, say you're sitting with someone, if you're in the company of someone and you're a wrestling fan and they've never watched wrestling, and they're like, oh, you know what, I'll give that wrestling thing that you always talk about, I'll give that a go. If they sat down and they're sitting with you and you put that on and they see this 30-second transition of moves where Ricochet flips Okada, flips, I mean, they're all the same, doesn't really matter. Ricochet flips Ospreay, lands on his feet. Ospreay flips Ricochet, he lands on his feet, and then they do the synchronized somersault into the middle. If someone watched, they would just walk out. They'd probably never speak to you again. You'd get deleted on every single social media, and they'd no longer stay in contact, man. They'd be like, fuck this loser, I'm out of here. It's embarrassing, man. How could you shoot anyone that watches this? It's crap. I don't see how you can be a wrestling fan and enjoy this. I really don't. And when they did the move, it's like everybody in the crowd, they're going mental. They're all gasping and they're clapping and they're standing up, giving this an applause. And I mean, I was just sitting there. It was the first match of the night, and I honestly just wanted to turn it off. I was like, I can't believe I have to watch this for like another hour and 45 minutes. But because of the overrun, it ended up being well over 2 more hours. So, just very, very disappointing. But it is what it is. Let's look at the AEW YouTube clips then from Dynamite. Let's see who brought in numbers. I mean, who are we kidding? Nobody brought in numbers. We all know that. But let's have a look then. So, first place, we have Ospreay, International Champion versus Ricochet. A historic rematch. This is in first place with 247k. Now, the commentary team did mention the history between these guys. Excalibur said that Ospreay was leading the series 5-4, but AEW earlier in the day put out an Instagram post saying that it was 4 each. So, I mean, is it 4-4 or is it 5-4? Make up your mind. Who's right, who's wrong? I don't know, but this match sucked. Then we move into second spot. It was AEW World Champion versus AEW Continental Champion Bryan Danielson versus Okada. This was the third time these guys had wrestled. The score was currently 1-1, and the stipulation in this match was retarded. So Okada's belt was on the line, but only for the first 20 minutes. And then after 20 minutes, Bryan Danielson's belt was the only belt on the line. I mean, they could not have made it any clearer what was going to happen. That was basically them spoiling the match. They were basically saying Bryan Danielson wins this match over 20 minutes. I mean, it was that simple, and that's exactly what happened. You know, I mean, fucking hell. How retarded was this? You know, I mean, who thought this was a good idea? This is Tony Khan, probably thinking he's a genius. He probably thinks, here, I can throw in this retarded stipulation, and it means both belts are on the line, but nobody loses their belt, and I get to have a clean win in the middle of the ring. And I guess he wanted that because the opening match didn't end cleanly. But, like, I mean, come on. Just straight up retarded, guys. That's what that was. Straight up retarded. Third place, we have MVP introduces his new business partner, Shelton Benjamin. Yo, ain't no stopping me. Yo, 161k. Third place. You know what? I mean, I've nothing against the MVP. I've nothing against Benjamin. If they can come in and make some money, then good for them. But I just don't really think this is going to go anywhere. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they get Lashley, and I hope that Lashley can be booked like he was booked under McMahon during the heavyweight scene, or like he was in TNA, or like he was in his original WWE stint. Hopefully not the way he was booked under Triple H, because everything Triple H does is fucking shit, let's be honest. Triple H is god awful. He might not be as bad as Tony Khan, but just look at Triple H's treatment of Bobby Lashley. Just look at WWE in general. You have two jobbers and they'll be in a feud for like 6 months straight. What the fuck? Forcing these guys down our throat. What the hell's going on? Anyway, we're not here to bash WWE, we're here to bash AEW, and there's certainly a lot to bash with this company. But yeah, look, Benjamin, Shelton, MVP, good luck to them. I don't know if this is going to be any good or not. Fourth place, joint fourth, we have Jon Moxley and the BCC send a message to Bryan Danielson before WrestleDream, and the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho, sets his sights on the Ring of Honor world title. So Moxley has been doing well recently, but not tonight. Only 80k. The fact that he's level on Fuse with Jericho, that tells you straight away that he's he's disappointed there, because that's really, really poor. In fifth place with 79,000 views, we have, after last week's Vicious Attack, Juice Robinson battles Hangman Page. So, congratulations. I thought that match absolutely sucked as well. I thought all the matches sucked, to be honest. Next up, in sixth place, we have, could Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, best the Professor Serena Deeb? Just another throwaway match that meant absolutely nothing. It was only on the show because Tony Khan is, playing up to the Pittsburgh crowd. Oh, we're in Pittsburgh, we've got to put Britt Baker on the show. The Pittsburgh crowds absolutely suck, man. Who cares if Britt Baker's for Pittsburgh? Are they really going to base the show around this one chick? I remember when CM Punk came out and he actually pandered to Britt Baker and he mentioned her in his promo. You sure know how to make me feel like Britt Baker and How pathetic was that, man, for CM Punk? What a loser, honestly, man. That was fucking awful. Right, seventh place, we have MVP and the TBS champion Mercedes Moné talk big business. 59k. Look at Mercedes Moné, another woman reportedly on $5 million here, and she's got 59,000 views. It's shit. It really is shit. Numbers are very low. Someone like Mercedes Moné claims to be a star, claims to be a draw, has only got 59,000 views after 21 hours. Poor. Then it is Private Party. Make a case for the title shot against the AEW World Tag Team Champions. That got 41,000. And then in last place, it was Darby Allin. Looks to prove a point at WrestleDream. 35k. You know what? This promo actually wasn't that bad. Darby Allin talked about one time being on a bus and people were spitting on him, and he could have done nothing. There was 3 of them, but he decided that he didn't care if he was going to get his ass kicked. He was going to stand up for himself, and he got into a fight and whatnot because he had nothing to lose. And now he's got nothing to lose, and he's put out an open challenge for WrestleDream. Honestly, it wasn't the worst thing on the show. It might be the worst rated in terms of views, but fuck me. Give me this over any of the matches, that's for sure. And I don't even like Darby Allin, but I thought he'd done okay here. I think Darby Allin's improved a little bit. I will say that. I don't know if it's been with Sting. I don't know if he's improved a little bit being with Sting. Whether Sting's teached him some stuff or whatever. But then again, you look at a lot of people in AEW, it's like they don't want to learn for the pros. Could Darby be different? I don't know. He's got his own sort of style. He's never going to change in that, sense. But I do think the guy's slightly improved over the 5 years he's been in the company. He's tolerable now. When Darby Allin comes on my screen, I don't feel like, fuck this guy, I want to turn it off. I used to hate that. He used to be one of my least favourite wrestlers, but now I just don't really care for the guy. I wish he would change up his attire. I just can't get on board with the leggings and the booty shorts. He just looks like a fucking chick, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. Anyway, guys, that's it. Aew Dynamite 5th year anniversary did not live up to expectations. Like I said, another rating under 700k. None of the clips particularly drawing. Just really, really poor. 2 matches that were just shite. Both well over 20 minutes. And this is not pro wrestling. If you enjoy this, then I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, that was it. Disappointing. Thought we would have got more. Moxley's been at least doing some entertaining stuff, I think. over the past month. Tonight, or last night even, he didn't really do much. So I was a bit disappointed with that, but who knows? Maybe Collision will be better. I wouldn't count on it though. And if we're ever going to get Shane McMahon, I mean, I'm beginning to give up. I'm beginning to give up hope. Wrestle Dream though, maybe there's a chance. Maybe there is a chance. That's it, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Till then though, peace.